Mike Mars here for In Wheel Time. And today, gorgeous day, we're up here in Chelsea with the team from FCA at the Chelsea Proving Grounds. Now, we have been privileged to do a lot of things here, but we just got to see the reveal of 3 brand new Challengers. Now, we're talking about an updated version of the Demon, the Hellcat, and now we got the Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. We're talking almost 800 horsepower. Let me tell you some more.
Just a couple of housekeeping notes. Hopefully you guys are taking full advantage of what's out there today. All the on-road stuff. We also have, if you haven't been out there, we've got the autocross with the acceleration, with the towing now, and then also, of course, the off-road. So hopefully you'll take advantage of all that. And by the way, that'll open up again at 12 o'clock. And after this, we'll have lunch in the main tent. So we appreciate you being here. I'd like to introduce to you Steve Beam. We've known him for, some of us, going on 30 some years. So he's been kind of this well-kept secret from you, but sales, supply chain management. His last role was actually as the head of Maserati. So I'm sure he had nothing to do with the weather benefit today, though we're going to over passenger car from yesterday. So Steve Beam, the head of passenger car. Steve.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. As Rick said, my name is Steve Beam. I'm head of passenger cars representing Dodge, Chrysler, Fiat for FCA in North America. After last year's launch of the Demon, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, hey, what's Dodge got up its sleeves today? And if you're thinking Challenger, and some of you might have got a little bit of a peek over here, you wouldn't be too far off. Before we get into that though, a little bit on the Challenger and the Charger. Those 2 vehicles have really been bucking the segment trend. If you look at our sales over the last few years, Charger and Challenger have really been pouring on the gas. In fact, since 2008, our sales combined, Charger and Challenger, up 70%. All right, I didn't misspeak. Since 2008, Charger and Challenger sales up 70%. And if you look at the segments, you'll find out that the segment's not up 70%. So we're doing pretty well, and today hopefully will allow us to continue even to do better. So as we talk a little bit about Challenger in regards to the 3 cars that we're going to show today, and I see my little thing here. All right, so I'm not sure didn't pop on, but we'll keep moving on. So, we got 3 vehicles today that we're going to go ahead and talk to you about. And I'm kind of proud about leading the Dodge brand. A little bit about myself. My background naturally is in the cars and muscle cars. I did a little drag racing. I talked to several of you earlier today. So I'm really excited about, the Dodge brand in particular. And those are the cars that naturally we'll be talking about. The Dodge brand has a great history of performance, and one in which that I'm kind of proud to lead on, and I think the Dodge brothers today would be proud of what we've done so far with the muscle cars. So we got 3 cars. I'm going to jump right into the first launch today. So I'm going to be introducing to you 2019 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack wide body. All right, a couple things about the wide body. First of all, under the hood is a 392 V8. It has a best-in-class 485 horsepower. Naturally, you're going to notice next on the wide body that it's 3.5 inches wider with the wide body, which allows for improved performance and handling. Pirelli tires are mounted on 20-inch wheels that are 11 inches wide. That extra performance provides us 2 seconds on a road course improvement, which is about 12 car lengths, so it's quite a bit. And then from a quarter mile time, it actually is an improvement of 0.2 in the quarter mile. So you're going to see quite a bit of improvements with the wide body features. The next portion you're going to notice is the waterfall of the hood, right? So this hood waterfall down from the Hellcat now down to the Scat Pack. So in my view, what I'd like to think of is that we have a sporty looking hood, but we got a very muscular or athletic look of the vehicle in general. Combine the 2 together, and we've got one fantastic vehicle here. So we're really proud of launching this out. We're excited about the opportunity that Scat Pack offers. A couple of stats on Scat Pack. It represents the largest volume in terms of our performance vehicles. This is the entry-level performance for Challenger. It actually is 50% of our total performance vehicles is on the Scat Pack. And Scat Pack today represents about 20% of our total volume. We think with today's announcement on the wide body that it actually is going to improve. So really excited about this. This will be launching in the early fall in showrooms, and hopefully have it available for you guys to drive in our upcoming event later this summer. So I'm going to wander over to car number 2. So the second car is one in which you guys are familiar with as well. So let's introduce the 2019 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. So naturally, we sent out a few sneak peeks of the Hellcat. Some of you had an opportunity to see the dual snorkel hood. That's the big news that we have here today for the Hellcat. It's actually a functional hood. So inside the left side here of the hood snorkel allows 18% additional airflow into the inlet box. That additional air allows us to have an additional 10 horsepower. So today, the 2019 Hellcat, 717 horsepower, 656 pound-foot of torque available on the Hellcat. So again, this today is doing an outstanding job for us. This is our volume high performance model when it gets up to the 700 plus horsepower range. So that is the second vehicle that we have. And before I get into the third vehicle and the final one, I think it's fair that we talk about a little bit of history of what's happening with the Challenger. And let's start first when actually we launched the Challenger. So in 2008, we launched the Challenger SRT. 2015, we launched the Hellcat. And that pretty much put us on the map, right? So the Hellcat at this stage, 707 horsepower at the time, broke a lot of records. You know, it basically put Dodge into the muscle car segment that we know we belonged in. And you know, then we came out with Demon last year, running a 965 quarter mile time, 140 mile per hour. You know, it basically sold out in a matter of days. And speaking of the Demon itself, you know, last weekend we actually sold our last production Demon vehicle, along with the last production Viper at the Barrett-Jackson auction in Northeast. And there were two big winners that day. The first big winner was the guy that actually won the winning bid. The second big winner was United Way, FCA's charity of choice for the last 60 years. We donated 100% of the $1 million winning bid of those two cars, something that we're really proud of, and something that we look forward to hopefully doing with some other cars here in the near future. So without further ado, let's introduce the final car. It is our 2019 Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. So you'll notice a lot of the features that waterfall from the Hellcat straight over to the vehicle from a performance standpoint. But what's key here is a couple of factors. Number one, I like to do this car is the best of the Hellcat and the best of the Demon now into one vehicle. In fact, my line is that it's a Hellcat that's been possessed by the Demon. And that's what you have here with the Red Eye. Underneath the hood, 797 horsepower, 707 pound-foot of torque available on this vehicle. It's basically the Demon engine with a slightly different calibration that allows the horsepower and torque stats that I just spoke to you about. You know, it's a vehicle that the difference between the Demon and the Red Eye is the fact that the availability of this car is there, right? The Demon was a fairly short, low production vehicle, 3,300 in total that was built for North America, whereas the Red Eye basically is available for us. Now, there's a lot of things that the Demon had that this car doesn't, that we fenced off and protected what I think is right for those that currently own the Demon. So a few stats on the car: 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. It also goes over a quarter mile in 10.8 at over 130 miles per hour. So it's you know, it's going to be fun to watch this car fit into its own in regards to the complete lineup here for Challenger. You know, I'd like to think that, and I spoke earlier about our Dodge brothers, I'd like to think that our Dodge brothers would be you know, proud of the fact that we bring vehicles out of this nature. We're going to make them available to everyone instead of just available to a select few. A couple of the drive modes I'd like to talk about that's on the Red Eye. Number one, it's got launch control, it's got power chiller, it's got after run chiller, torque reserve, and line lock. So it's got a lot of similar features from a driving experience that was available on the Demon. And again, we finished off some of those that we felt were the ones worthy of that. So these are the three cars today that I'm glad everybody came out, had a chance to view the vehicles. We're going to open it up to some questions here in a little bit. If anybody has any questions, I've got myself along with my Dodge team. We'll be happy to answer. So thanks for your time, thanks for coming out, and hope you enjoy the cars as much as we did.
So there's just a tremendous amount of information coming out of Chelsea right now, particularly if you're a fan of the Dodge brand. These three new Challengers, they're going to be out in the fall. There's some other vehicles coming, but because of the embargo until September 1st, can't quite talk about all of that. But we're going to be bringing you more information that we can bring you in the upcoming weeks. We're live every Saturday on SportsMap 94.1 FM out of Houston, 9 to 11. You can pick us up on the SportsMap app. You can pick us up on our website at inwheeltime.com. So be sure and join us. Get some more information coming from this great event up here. We're going to bring you more news from FCA. But until then, travel safe.